Hi friends, happy 2019. Today I'm here to talk to you about the first festival of the year, Epcot's Festival of the Arts. Now, Epcot's Festival of the Arts runs from January 18th through February 25th. This festival debuted back in 2017 and personally I think it is a fantastic addition to the Epcot lineup of festivals. At this festival, as a lot of the others, there are specialty foods, specialty drinks, specialty merch, concerts, fun things to do in the park, and fun things to experience. The Disney on Broadway Concert series, which used to only take place on weekends, has now been moved to nightly. So every night of the festival you can catch Disney on Broadway's concert series. There's 3 showings a night. So there is one at 5:30, 6:45, and 8 p.m. So I highly recommend checking it out. It has stars from the actual Broadway musicals coming down and singing a multitude of Disney songs every single night. It's a lot of fun. It's really well done. They're amazing at what they do. They're amazing performers. So I definitely recommend checking it out. Now they do have quite a few free options for different activities to participate in this festival. One of the things is the interactive mural. So I believe it's every week they try to do a new mural, and where they do it is right, so when you enter the World Showcase, you make a right, and it'll be before you get to the refreshment port. But what you do is you go up in line, they give you a little cup and tell you what number you are, and in that little cup has it has paint, and they give you like a little sponge brush, and they're like, you have to go paint 7 squares of number 16. So you go and you paint 7 squares of number 16 or whatever number they give you and however many squares they tell you to. And then at the end they give you a postcard, and it's about a normal size postcard of what the mural will look like when it's completed. And once it is completed, they actually put it up on one of the construction walls around the park, which is pretty cool to see and be like, oh, I painted those squares, especially if you go over a multitude of weeks. They also have a ton of complimentary seminars, and I'll link them down below. I'll link everything I can find on Festival of the Arts. A lot of it will come from Disney Food Blog because I find they're the most well-rounded source for information of things coming up. So a lot of sources like the Disney WD Info are really good about getting stuff out the first day of the festival, which can tend to mean that they may or may not be more accurate. But the Disney blog, every year they'll update their information from the year before. So you can compare it and contrast it. Be like, oh, they've got this dish this year. Last year, I hope they have it this year. Oh no, they don't have this dish this year. Or they've got this new dish this year. So it's really a well-rounded source for information when it comes to Disney and especially the festivals. They also do one of the scavenger hunts. And a lot of people say, oh, the scavenger hunts are for kids. No. My cousin and I love doing the scavenger hunts. Last year, I remember it was the prize at the end was a pin, and there was 3 or 4 different pins you could pick from. And I had, so you got to pick which pin you wanted. But this is called Figment's Brush with the Master Scavenger Hunt. And basically what they do is they take a portrait in every country and they switch Figment out for one of the people in the portrait, and you've got to find the portrait and find Figment and then match it on the map to which portrait's in which country. And sometimes it can be really difficult and hidden. It was funny, we were in England or the United Kingdom, and there was we were looking for it, we had our map out and we were looking for it, or we had our stickers out, and we saw some other people and we were like, hey, did you find it yet? They're like, no, did you? I was like, well, we'll check this way if you check this way. So we ended up teaming up to find it. So it was a lot of fun, and I always enjoy the different scavenger hunts. I think it's a great way to get involved and really see the different countries in the World Showcase. So especially if you have younger kids that might not be into the food or the beverages or whatever, it's a great way to get them involved and entertained in the World Showcase. So this year we're going to talk about the food. So the event runs from January 18th to February 25th. I believe it starts on a Friday and ends on a Friday. And it's about, I think it's 30 something days. I can't do that math in my head. 37 days. Some of the food I'm super excited about is, so at the artist table, is their seared scallops with chorizo, roasted red pepper, coulis, and a Parmesan crisp. I love any of the scallops that they do. They normally do a really good job at them. And you can't go wrong with scallops. They also have sipping chocolate, and that's what the screenshot was from, or the video thumbnail was actually the sipping chocolate. I had it last year. I would say if you have a party of like multiple people, so if you're not going by yourself, you could do it by yourself. It's very rich though. It was funny. The white was my least favorite last year. I find that I'm not a big white chocolate fan. It's just like sickeningly sweet. I'm definitely more of a milk chocolate or a dark chocolate fan, but I didn't mind the white chocolate sipping chocolate when I mixed it with the milk chocolate. So I like made my own concoction, which was a lot of fun. And I remember it being decently priced, and like being by the end being like, I can't do this. This is too much. Like, I can't do this. At Cuisine Classique, which it hasn't been listed where this location will be, and I can't remember where it was last year, so I don't know if it's a new booth or whatnot, but they have the, I'm gonna try not to butcher this, the Saint Honor tart is a caramel cream tart with caramel glaze and topped with cream puffs, and caramel is like my favorite thing ever. I literally have salted caramel protein powder. That's how much I like caramel. So I'm super excited to try that. At Poppy's, they have the shrimp ceviche with a lime mint foam, and I believe this is its third year or second year being around. I believe it was when they brought this out when the festival originally started. And it obviously must have a good reputation if it's back for the second year. At the Masterpiece Kitchen, they have the wild mushroom risotto. I love risotto. I'm so excited. It has aged Parmesan and truffle shavings and a Zinfandel reduction, so I'm super excited to try that. And then at the Takumi table, they have a drink called the Melting Snow Cocktail. It has sake, peach schnapps, cranberry juice, and Japanese kalpiko. So I've never had sake before. It kind of intimidates me. So I might have to try that out. I feel like that would give me enough where I wouldn't be too panicked about trying it out. Also, at Taste Track, they have a few new different options for food for the festival as well. I'm really happy that Epcot started utilizing this location because it kind of brings some of the crowds out of the World Showcase, which can get pretty packed during the festivals. The thing I am most excited about is the lobster bacon mac and cheese, served in a warm bread cone. Can we just keep this here year round? Like, seriously, like, please, Disney? Please keep the lobster bacon mac and cheese in a warm bread cone here year round. I haven't even tried it yet, and I'm asking them to keep it here. I'm so excited. Mac and cheese, first of all. Give me mac and cheese, and I'm happy. Add bacon to it, and I'm even more happy. And then add lobster to it, and I'm just... we're good. So... that's what to expect at Festival of the Arts. I highly recommend checking it out. There also are tons of booths where you can actually purchase artwork. And a lot of the time, they will have the actual artist there, so they will sign it for you. So I personally love this event. I think it's great that Disney has started incorporating artwork into their parks. I definitely think it's a crowd that Disney's starting to play into more. And I think it's really great because it gets to show off what people outside of the Disney company can do. I will definitely be there opening weekend. Leave any questions you have down below, and I'll see you next time. And this is Bridgette's Buzz.